Welcome back, everybody. You are tuned in to Get Well Soon, the red pill content of Welly F, aka Moriarty. And I just like to say, I like Texas Roadhouse. I think Texas Roadhouse is delicious. I may even go there this weekend, grab me a bite. It kind of sucks that when you go in there now, obviously with all these COVID sanctions in place, you don't get the weird peanuts on the ground and so on and so forth. But for all you guys out there that do live in the States, and you have a chance to go to Texas Roadhouse, check it out. It's no gourmet dishes that have your mouth watering and you salivating for more and more, but it's a good price. It's kind of more bang for your buck thing. Quality food. Either way, man, we have this story about Yane Whitdam's Torrance and a woman. Oh, that's the woman's name. And then there's Ezo Mitchell. He's the guy that took this woman on a date. And apparently, she's basically putting him on multiple social media accounts, basically saying that this guy is a lame nigga. Because in the end, she was only there for a free meal. So she felt the need to blast him because we live in a time where no good deed goes unpunished. So this guy doesn't have a job, doesn't really seem to have a quality wardrobe. According to him, he's a felon. Finding a job as a felon, as a black man, is definitely pretty hard, especially if you don't have skills, a certain set of skills, like maybe even a CDL license, or if you don't have connections to get you into positions where they'll overlook your background. 2.5 minutes in, and I really don't feel like there's much to say, but I did want to point out something. If you know me, if you've been listening to me long enough, you'll know that I'm a bit of a skeptic. And something about this story just feels fake. It feels artificial. As a black man in the black community, I don't think any logical man would take a woman on a date in a wife beater or a tank top or a muscle shirt, whatever the politically correct term is. Not that I give a shit, but yeah. It's just so much stuff about this that seems like this was free press for this guy that probably doesn't have any real talent, any real skill to get attention. And this woman probably is very cool with this guy behind the scenes and was like, sure, I'll do it. But, and who knows, she's probably an escort or something. So her value system is probably already low. Her social circle probably doesn't even have an abundance of people that I would say are high quality, or they have high morals. So for her to do this to her followers, I mean, she may follow people. The people that follow her may be used to this type of behavior, which I would say this is, ratchet, lack of empathy, ghetto, modern behavior that I would actually expect from this type of woman. But once again, this is all possibly an act. Something that just makes me feel like a woman bragging about finessing a man over a meal in 2020 just seems redundant and corny, seeing how we're in the midst of a pandemic. I would imagine that if you're getting up, going out with somebody that you hardly know, putting your health at risk, depending on how seriously you take this public health crisis. All in all, like I said, I see things like this on the internet, and it just brings me back into the mindset of, man, everybody's an actor. And although I do believe that a woman can be this callous, heartless, and sinister, this is something about this story that came across my table, and I just felt like it just wasn't authentic. But either way, gentlemen, the one takeaway from this is, when you go out on these dates with these women, man, put your phones up. Not only put your phones up, make sure that by the time you go on this first date, you have enough information on her to where she's very careful on what she does and who she interacts with, especially regarding you. I think it's safe to deal with women. I think it's smarter to deal with women that your mutuals may align. Maybe 2 or 3 friends of yours may know this person. Do your due diligence on women these days. Vet these women these days before you go out and spend your hard-earned money on a woman that's just gonna see it as a finesse. This, to me, fake or not, is a growing concern in all communities, especially in the black community, though, because everybody's looking for a come up. Everybody's looking for a way to get over. It's a part of the culture now. It's a part of the culture to put yourself in a position where the person that you're getting over on feels like they're special. But in the end, they're just another John, so to speak. But either way, man, I just really felt like I wanted to pinpoint this moment to where people can kind of see the BS for what it is. Because once again, I just don't see a guy going on a first date looking the way this guy looks, acting the way this guy acts. Like, I don't know, man. Something just seems real off about this. But either way, guys, don't let this be you. This is not healthy behavior. This doesn't look good. This makes us look corny as a whole. We're already in a society that is extremely full of soy. We're living in a society where the emasculation of men is it's in full throttle, man. It's day in and day out. I actually have a busy week coming up, and it's a possibility I may put out a lot more videos this month. This month may be a lot heavier than prior months because I've really just been taking my time to put these videos out due to the fact that it's been more about quality than quantity to me. So you know, it's all good. I hope you understand what I'm saying with this video, and if you enjoyed these videos, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share them with your friends. Make sure you leave a comment. I don't mind. But either way, make sure you guys keep an open mind. Be skeptical about things that just don't add up. Do your due diligence. And with that being said, until we meet again.